Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the hopeful, like brothers out there pushing this truth with all diligence and sincerity. All right, it's Brother Lahab coming to you with a quick lesson, just laying back and up the beloved brother Kadar who sent me this article, a couple of days ago. Had some technical difficulties trying to upload it and get it right, but Lord's will. um it's gonna go in, and of course this is a top hat ceremony. All right. This is a top hat burn, you know that all this information is coming out on you guys, you know and it's being recognized that you are not the people of the scriptures. You're not the people of the Holy Bible, the true Hebrew Israelites. Because what people would do something like this, you know uh basically this woman, you know uh, uh she was the top military lawyer, and she had discovered that they it leaked abuse, and it wasn't on not that it would be any better if it was on a female prisoner, but it was on a male prisoner. Two soldiers, top hat soldiers over in the land, they took a man by force, you know, and well, I'll just read a little bit of it. It says, for several hours they held a collective breath. The military's top lawyer had disappeared 2 days after she resigned amid legal inquiry into her role exposing an explosive prisoner abuse scandal. All right. It says, sparked a frantic police search and fears for her well-being in case they consumed the country while striking at the heart of deep divisions over the U.S. allies' conduct in its war in Gaza. And this is just one of the situations that was kind of outed a little bit. I'll say alleged. Allegedly two soldiers, raped a male prisoner. All right, but she was missing for a couple days. Now she's under surveillance, I'll say. Basically, she's a prisoner now for bringing out such information. For bringing out truth. All right, but as the script say, all right, I'm gonna get it. Um, yeah, this is Second Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 8, and it reads, "For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth." All right. And what's funny about that, and that goes even for uh, average everyday citizens. Nobody can go against the truth, man. All right. The truth is like the wind. You can't catch it. You can't guide the wind. Even with ease, technology on how he plays with the weather, he still can't control what goes on because there's such thing as aftermath and certain storms that he has no control of. All right, he can do what he can, but ultimately, the only person who can get, only spirit I'll say that can control truth is the Most High. All right, but even he says he's subject to his word. All right, because the Most High is Yahweh Shemi Shai, who the world innately calls God or Jehovah. I don't like saying those names because they're not. They're idolatrous. But these the only person, the only spirit that can control that is the Most High, not anyone else. Just Yahweh Shemi Yahweh Shai, and even him being all powerful, all knowing, immortal, he lets the truth be the truth, man. All right. But here it is, you know, everything's being outed amongst you devils. All right. That you start major wars. And it's not even only that you do that, that you control both sides of the outcome. You fund both sides, and then you profit whoever wins, I care not who makes the laws, you know, you know, mindset. You worry about the banking system and controlling people. It's not only those things, but it's your more it's your morale behind it. You know that when once you go into a country, everybody turns into either a whorelot or of the alphabet community. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, the show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Right, man. Hey, Tel Aviv, where this happened at, is known as the Pink City, man. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's one of the cities of David, man, that they disgraced, man. All right, the Holy Land. It says they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Hey, I'm gonna get it. This is how they rewarded evil unto themselves. Aside from that, being a homosexual, man. All right, that lifestyle begets nothing but disease, and it's a complete plague. Having that's a demon on these people. Here it is. Yeah, Sirach 6 and 4. Salak. It says in Sirach 6 and verse 4, a wicked soul shall destroy him that hath it, and it shall make him to be laughed to scorn of his enemies. And that's what's going on right now, man. You at least are to be laughed at, man. Right? You top banking families, you know, down to the rest of the Zionists that govern that land, to the little peon, little hat, top hat slot. All right? And the rest of you Edomites, man. Your ways, you being in power. Hey, man, yeah, Jake is out of order, man. That's true. But at the same time, most of what's been done to Jake has been, it's been psychological warfare on our people, man. It's systematic racism. It's the reason why they've been caught up into it. Not to give Jake the excuse, because now that the truth is out, they have no excuse. The Lord says that they have no cloak for their sin. But it's a little bit of a different type of battle, and it's obvious, right? What was put on one group of people, that's not something that they literally chose being in power. You had all the power in the world, all the goodness, could have made the earth great, but yet you chose to be a homosexual and destroy the world, man. And the Most High said that He shall destroy him that destroyeth the earth, and He destroyed the earth. All right, from your pollutions of the sky, you got space garbage, man. You got multiple garbage islands. You got people gaining diseases from polyester. And what would you say? The only thing you will say is, well, you don't have to do that. Well, you don't give people a fair wage. Do you allow real substance in lands? You make it impossible. You make it illegal. The Most High sees you, man. The Most High sees you. I'm gonna get one of my favorite scriptures. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 8, it says, if thou seest the oppression of the poor and violent perverting of judgment and injustice in the province, marvel not at the matter. Right, because the villains are the people that are in power, man. Even the regular heathens, man, it's gonna be a reason why they're gonna be glad when you go down. All right? Because who can they go to for justice except for you? Who can we go to justice, on an earthly plane except for you, man? Because the scriptures do say, that we shall go to you for one of all things. You know, we you're the evil judge that we still have to go to. But nonetheless, Luke 18, I believe is the chapter. It says what it says, man. You know, that the just judge is gonna stand up against you, man. All right. Yeah, you'll deal with a continual complaint, and you'll try to rectify it in madness, and it still be a unjust balance, but you'll do it simply because you've been worried to death. You don't do it out of kindness. What does it say? If he doeth any good, he doeth it against his own soul. Uh, Yeah, I started. This is Sirach 14:4. He that gathers by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others that shall spend his goods riotous. That's why we can see that you're going down, man. Every nation can pretty much see that Esau, Edom, all right, starting with you Amalekites, because that's who you are, all right, being the enemies of the Most High, number one, not just number one, but number one, the least of the flock, all right. You even you do your own people dirty, man, all right. Molesting the little hat babies as soon as they come out the womb. And some of them could be Jake because we're scattered everywhere. That's really, why we even go into these things, man. You know, we prophesy to the other nations of everything of this word, but essentially this is for Jake. But we're mixed amongst these people, man. So it's not like, oh, well, good, that's just they people. Well, we're scattered amongst everybody, man. So if this guy's brutalizing anything in the earth, he's brutalizing us, man. All right. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. And at least the regular, going back to that movie, what was it? The Flower Moon. I kind of forget the entire title with the Gallic movie. All right, uh, with Leonardo DiCaprio. Even though he's a Jake in real life, he was playing that of a top hat. Him and his uncle, two very malicious top hats. But then they tried to make it seem like that this regime was just something small that they were starting up, and it didn't go very far. No, these things went very far. Those are just two that got caught, and they didn't have enough power in that time in that province, so they basically got forsaken by the elites. All right, but it was something that those that the other regular Edomites were saying to them, like, yeah, no, I'd rather get my money like a hard working man, not like one of you thieving J Usis. you know, you know, not that the other Edomites say any better, but it's just it's a more of a malicious spirit in you guys, man. All right, at least they don't enjoy the good. Hey, but you top elites, you're so busy trying to establish this new world order, that you're not even trying to enjoy what the Most High is giving you, the fatness of the earth. All right, y'all out here looking like poor people, got all the funding and money in the world, but you got these rinky dink garments, man. All right, talking about the Judas black unto the ground, so they wear they wear black all the time. When you go into the scriptures, it talks about the diverse colors and garments that the Hebrew Israelites had on, man. Yeah, when you go into that word black unto the ground, it's Kordawa. It goes into a skin tone. But nonetheless, I'm gonna finish this off. It says, "There is none worse than he that envieth himself. This is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. At the last, he will declare his wickedness." And that's what's about to happen. All right? You at least don't have much time. So what are you going to do? You're going to come down with great wrath. You're being exposed on every side, man. Everything's just, ugh, foul, ugh, nasty. Door. What's behind this door? Ugh, that's gross. It's nothing but a whole, I would say a smear campaign, but it's your own people outing you, man. All right? It is your own. All right? One of the reasons why y'all hate y'all women be the number ones coming against you, because they know that you're not real men. All right? They know that the Israelite man, the so-called black man, Latino man, Native American man is the real man. We are, if Yahweh Shai be the image of what we're supposed to follow, then Jake, the elect, is the image of the people, and in the kingdom, all Israel is the image of the people that, well, it says that, and I'll get there real quick. Um, Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 4 and 6. It says, keep therefore and do them, talking about the ways of the Lord. I was doing a lesson with the brothers last night down here in AZ, and we went into the fact that this is a lifestyle. Even though we want the Lord to come back, we ain't just adopt this like, well, Lord, hurry up, or I'm gonna go do some wickedness type shit. No, you adopted this because you know this is better, man. All right, these are the ways of the Lord. We love them, man. It just feels right. It's the right thing to do. It looks better, right? Wickedness looks disgusting. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes, and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. People ain't saying it about you little hats, man. All right? You're not direct with truth. As soon as you get found out about, the first thing you want to say is, hey, what we had to do, we had to do it. We had to go in that land. They want abiding by our rules, just like in Germany, man. And I speak as a man, but I believe that's why Germany got some of those, weird sex acts going on, because you were in that land, in around the 1940s, man. All right, around that time, previous to the 1940s, you were destroying their land, and they didn't like it, man. It became immoral. All right, and now you've had your time to go full front with this place called America. All right, your garbage can, because everybody here is a dang on mo, man. Regardless if you're for the left or the right, man. Everybody supports the top hat lobbyist. All right. For what nation is there so great who hath the most high so not unto them as the Lord Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that it has statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. So yeah, man. Further proof that you guys are not the people. All right. And the reason why people will talk mess and not say that you're not the people, they'll still talk their mess, is because it still supports their ideologies, like great juice drinking Christianity, Roman Catholicism, man. Even so much so some parts of that Islamic regime, man. Because then they got to fess up and admit that every last one of these people have taken, I'll say, as that small mustache, small mustache painter said, you know, you have taken the jewels of God, said the small mustache painter, man. So there's going to be a recompense to you people, man. All right. Not only have you led the earth to complete brink of destruction, and it's going to be further proven when you shoot them the nukes off, who should not rule the earth nor have power. All right, but the greatest thing you did was sell a boy for a harlot and girls for wine. I'm talking about that of my people, man. Because yes, the top hats funded that as well. They, of course, they were they're the heads of this society, man. But guess what? There is going to come a recompense for that. Yeah, this is Isaiah 14 and 25. All right, the modern day Assyrians being you Esau Edomites, man, being you Edomites. All right. Also, verse 24. This is Isaiah 14 and 24. The Lord Yahweh of hosts have sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have purposed, so shall it stand. That I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. Right? Off of whose shoulders? Off of our shoulders, man. All right? You won't have any more black, the experiment of the top hats, man. Or Mexicano. None of that, man. None of these bywords that we ignorantly call ourselves, man, because we are Yasharala, man, and true Hebrew Israelites. And the Lord is about to burst the bonds, man. So with that, I'm going to end this lesson off and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha Ha Kodash. Shalom.